They reckon this town is 3 hours away before you get to Ballarat, and there's 150 people living in this little town. And they reckon it's haunted. Well, I don't know about that. I don't believe in all that sort of stuff. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'll just quickly show you this town. It's amazing that there's a town still left like this, because most of them have been upmarket, which is you spoil the heritage of the story. Here's an old milk bar here. It's still running apparently. Good on the people that run that little milk bar. Don't forget there's only 150 people living in this town. And there's a little train there. I don't know what that's representing, probably a railway station. You could probably get there by train if you looked it up on the map. I like interesting little towns like this. So I can take my partner there and have a look in real life. These are just little shops that still survived. Probably from the 50s. You'd have to look it up and see what era these shops are from, this little town's from. Could be from the late 50s onwards. It's a butcher shop there. Wow, it's still going. Look at that. It's amazing. Oh no, it's they've left it as a butcher shop. Santa Claus is in the background there. It used to be a butcher shop. There's another little shop. I'd say that was a dress shop where they fixed dresses and clothes. And sold knickknacks. There it is, there's the name of the shop. Oh, it's a TV shop, repair shop. Wow, they repair TVs. If you had the money, you could buy the whole town and put everything back the way it was from years ago, and then go and do some touring. When tourists come, you tell them the story, you walk around and you tell them the story about this town. So I'd say this is an old servo. Don't forget there's only 150 people that live in this town, so there's not too many people living in it. Crash repairer place where they used to fix the old cars. It's good how they've left these signs up there. It just shows tourist people. There's a hotel, pub. All the different streets. I'd say that was either a motel or a pub on the corner there. I love the history. And here's an old wreckers. Wow. The old wrecking yard. Seen better days, that reckon, yard. I love history, you know, it teaches us a lot of things and it teaches us to respect stuff too. Because the people before us, in our generation, they went without and we're spoiled for the stuff we get now. Fancy TVs, fancy cars, fancy this, fancy that. But back in those days, it was horse and cart. You know, they learned to go without stuff. Then history took over. Right, so you got some more little old town shops. Those water tanks would have been replaced at some stage. It's good to see they left all the old buildings still the way they were when they first come there. You know, hopefully they're heritage listing so people can't bulldoze them and knock them down. Because then the younger generation miss out, you know. I'd say there's a church on the corner, ES, and BLTD something. The old church. History is an amazing thing, you know, as far as back as you want to go on history, you know, old buildings and old towns, blows you away. They outlast us, these old towns. Yeah, so it's an old church. See, back in the day, they used to use corrugated tin sheets to use as fencing. That's what I use on my place where I live today, as I like the heritage behind it. People used to use their imagination and use what they've got to build things. Like you don't have to have a wooden fence, you can just build it out of corrugated tin sheets. See, there's an old corrugated tin brick shed there. So they've gone from corrugated tin sheets to wooden fence. I like the corrugated look, especially when it rusts. It gives it that